Hi everyone, it's Rachel Smith with Remax up in Big Bear. Today I'm over at this home that's been on the market for a little while, 641 Sugarloaf Boulevard. Come check it out. Okay, so here we are, 641 Sugarloaf Boulevard. And I chose this one because it's been on the market for a little bit of time, nearly 6 months. And I think it's a great property and I pass it all the time. And I just wanted to check out and see why people aren't choosing it. So we are listed by Bonnie Pittenger with HomeSmart Real Estate. And we are on the corner of Sugarloaf Boulevard and Dawn. So this comes right down and hits Big Bear Boulevard right down at Dead Man's Curve. And you come up, I mean, it's got a decent sized lot size. Lot size on it is 5,000. So obviously it's a corner lot. We're running to about right here. And I mean, you could probably, if you wanted to, get a garage to the back of it, potentially. The house itself is a 2-bedroom, 1 bath, 840 square foot. Currently, it looks like just used as a second home. And so you've got 2 bedrooms upstairs, everything else down below. Parking really easy right here. Definitely enough space for 3 cars. And then your lot is gonna come, actually includes all of this too. So it really almost feels bigger than 5,000. But let's go inside and check it out. So log sided on the outside. Usually want to sand and stain these every 5 to 7 years. But you've got a lot of like flat, usable land right here too, like that you can walk around the property. It's not all kind of on a hillside. You have rock coming up and then Trex decking, Trex railing, and then iron on the gate right there. Nice iron screen door. And then the beautiful Big Bear door. I can back out a little bit. Okay, so coming in, this is technically our front door. So really the front door faces Dawn Drive instead of Sugarloaf Boulevard, but the address is Sugarloaf Boulevard. So we've got kitchen to the left, living room straight ahead, a little dining area to the right, but more of a dining room area around the corner, the bathroom, and then the bedrooms are all upstairs. So starting here to the left, here's kind of just like a little breakfast nook area that you could sit at and eat. That's really funny. This listing says that it was a 3-bed, 1 bath, but definitely I only see it as a 1-bedroom, 1 bath, or sorry, 2-bedroom, 1 bath. We do have dual single pane windows. So it looks like that window on the outside could potentially come off in the summertime. Our fan's a little droopy in here. Is that normal? Or is it supposed to? Yeah, I think it just needs to be maybe tightened or something. We do have complementing colors, laminate hardwood floors on the, my fingernails are terrible today, so I'll not tap as much. And then we have the paneling on the wall. And then we also have the tongue and groove ceilings on this one. So you kind of have like 3 different materials of the same color. I would probably break it up and paint the walls a different color, would be just my thoughts. I am no interior designer, but just something to kind of break up the monotony here. We do have a nice brick fireplace with a wood burning stove insert. Do you have a little bit of issue right here at that brick, but not the end of the world. Probably get a nicer mantle too. This is just like a thin piece of wood, which you could put like a nice live edge on there. But good space. I mean, you can host like 6 to 8 people just in this living room alone. We are running off of a wall heater on this one, which for the bedrooms is probably going to be fine because your heat's going to rise up. One thing I have seen people do is cut like a hole in the ceiling and the floor just to get that heat to come up immediately right by the fire or the heater. So totally up to you. We've got a little this is just a microwave part, so it can move out of here. We do have a little oopsies on the floor that the spacing is coming apart, but I think you can just cram that back together and make it a non-issue. Kitchen, we have Formica countertops, cast iron stove, and then the dual single pane windows. It's a very cabin in here too, you know, like you've got the original cabinetry in here. They have updated their hardware. Definitely not slow close, but good. Pretty clean. Enough, you know, you don't need too much in a second home cabin. And we do have a full-size stove and a full-size refrigerator. This guy's a little old though, but if he's working, let him work. So cute kitchen. And I mean, guys, the reason that I chose this one is it's $335, which to me is a great price. That's pretty inexpensive. You do get a little bit of road noise because Sugarloaf is kind of the main road, but it's not the worst thing I've ever seen. Okay, so here's the dining area and then the bathroom, and then going upstairs are the 2 bedrooms. When I see that something used to be a 3 and now it's a 2, I always wonder, where is that extra bedroom? And maybe it could have been here if this was walled off. It might never have been a 3-bedroom. It might have just been entry error, but it definitely is a 2. I can tell you that. But this room just looks too small to have been a bedroom, and definitely wouldn't have had a closet either. But nevertheless, this is the dining area. Really cute. Got storage underneath the stairs. You've got these it's kind of like a built-in right there for the breakfast nook that goes all the way around. You've got house next door, access to the outside, and we'll go into the bathroom. So bathroom has a little bit of a different floor, even though it's the same kind of color. This is just like a linoleum rollout flooring, easy to clean, kind of has like a nice sheen to it, so it almost looks wet, but it is very clean. We do have like a beadboard back here, followed by a couple tiles, a wood frame. Nice, sweet, cute, clean bathroom. And you do have like a heat lamp in there. And then let's check out the shower. So all white square tile, all in really good shape. Cast iron tub is in beautiful condition, like spotless. And we don't even have the typical Big Bear spider in here, which I usually see in every single house. We do have little bits of like spots on the ceiling, so something where you might want to like get a vent in the bathroom. And then we do have storage in here, closet. I wonder if you could bump all this out and get like a stackable too if you wanted to. So I think what I'll do is I'll take you upstairs and then I'll take you outside last. So coming up the stairs, we do have like a Berber carpet. Good shape. It's kind of a blue in color, and so it hides. It's kind of got like different colors in it, blues and whites and greens, and what I'm saying is that it hides a lot if you got it dirty. So coming upstairs off the hallway, you've got bedroom number 1 and 2. Bedroom number 2 is a little bit smaller than bedroom number 1, so I'm just going to walk you through this one really quick. You do have a closet in the room, followed by storage up above. And then we've got, I would guess that to be a queen and a twin size bed. And then we have the paneling on the wall and the tongue and groove up on the ceiling. And then, like most homes that have angles to them, they do have storage in the attic area. It's cute. Here's one thing to point out. This is 2-prong, so I can't guarantee that it's all been updated electrical, but always something good to look for. Let's see. See, that one's 3-prong, so maybe an electrician can tell me what that's about. And so here's bedroom number 2, slightly bigger. I think depth-wise, it's a little bit bigger. Same setup, queen and a twin. This one's got the TV in it. Got a little bit more area for some storage. Also has the storage in the attic area. Good lighting in this room too. And then what's also, I think, really neat is they've got all those storage areas up top. And then also a similar closet as to what was on the other side. These are locked, so we'll just leave them locked. Most of the times when somebody uses it as a vacation rental or something, they will leave it locked so that they can keep their items in those areas and people don't mess with them. One reason I can tell this is not a vacation rental right now, the handrail. So this handrail does not come all the way down to the last step right here. It ends on the second step. It also doesn't return to the wall. So usually this rule for vacation rental is for blind people to be able to feel, here is my last step when it returns to the wall. And you can see that would cause, that would not be to code, because that railing has to go all the way down to the last step. All right, and then we will go outside. And so we do have new decking outside. Exterior is in great shape. If you wanted to, you could update the windows on it. Being the single panes, probably going to get a little cold in the winter time. The deck is in great shape. You could honestly move this over there, get a hot tub over here. But again, you get a little bit of road noise, a little bit of traffic. And I don't think if you put it down here, it would be any quieter. And that's if you even want a hot tub. You might not. And then we're going to come downstairs into the yard. And it is fully fenced. Well, I guess you would call it partially fenced. So they do have like a dog run area that takes up most of the yard, but it doesn't take up all the yard. So probably about 50% of the yard is fenced in. We do have a buildup underneath the deck right here and some beautiful trees on the property. I mean, these would be like a good hammock tree right here. So let me know what you think. $335, 2 beds, 1 bath, 840 square foot. Talk to you soon. Bye.